All right, looks all right, does it?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to this video. We're doing a quick sketching video today. We're looking towards Carn Brea over there. We're actually at Wheal Uny mine complex. I'm using Casein Paints today, so I've got these Casein Paints by Richardson. I'm using those today. This is the Lightwish wooden palette, which I've test drove before. We've got a couple of mixing areas, a couple of titanium whites I've laid out. Naples yellow this time, which looks very similar to the cadmium yellow. In the Casein, that is. Cadmium red, alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, raw umber, yellow ochre, and I'm just going to put a little bit of black out there, ivory black, and that's all we're going to be using today. Got my pith sketchbook there, and it's already laid out, ready to go. And I've got these bulldog clips to keep the pages open and not going blowing in the wind. Adding. That's nice. What a view. You can hear those, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, you can hear those seed pods and the gorse cracking. That's ready to go, yep. Paint brushes. I can't work it out, can't see what I'm doing here. Just testing out the zoom. I think we'll take that back out again. Don't want to scare anybody. Right, I'm going to start with a bit of the ultramarine and some white in there. Drop of yellow, just to get the blueness out. If I can pick up some yellow. See all that time I've just laid it all out. It's had a chance to dry already. So that's quite a nice colour. I'm just using a big flat watercolour brush here, a Pro Art flat brush to get something down quickly here, like that. And what I'll do then, I'll deepen the colour at the top a little bit with the ultramarine blue, and that's the sky. And what we can do as well, while we're at it, is put a few clouds in. There's a few sort of hints of cloud which we can put in down here. So I've mixed titanium white and a little bit of cadmium red. That's that started. And just put this down for, actually I could have done bringing that a bit lower really, couldn't I? Doesn't matter, we'll put that across the top here. This is the hill, Carn Brea hill. And what I'll do, I'll drop that down there. So I'm mixing this Casein with water to get it to flow. There's a lot of green down there, so I haven't put the black out yet because I do like to use the yellow and black for greens, but I haven't put that out yet. So because the paint's drying so quickly, I'm a bit reluctant to put it out at the moment. So we're just going to use the blue and yellow for these greens to start us off. And with a different flat brush this time. This is just, I'm not sure what this even is, but I've used it before for sketching quite a lot, and it's got a special end on it. if you can see that. But it's good for scraping. I'll show you that. So I can quite soft bristles, and it's quite good for scraping and scratching back. This end, I can use this end here, look, like a flat end on it. It's useful for scratching and scraping. Help with the textures. A bit of a pinky colour in there. I'm going to try and get. And the fields are. Let's put that in so I know where that is. So I'm going to have that. That's going to be the monument up there. The castle's going to go here, so I'll probably have to extend this a little bit. And we've got these reddish fields are somewhere in here. These are down here. Something like this. We're not being too ultra accurate because it's a bit on the hot side to stay here too long, so I'm trying to make this quite quick. Right, I'm just going to have a go at putting this monument and that in. So I'm going to just have to make a grey. I'll use a bit of cadmium red in with that sort of mucky colour I've used for the grasses and that. Put the monument in here. Using this is an old graduate round, number 6, which I've had for years. So it's not very accurate, if that makes sense. It's quite a big blunt end on it, but that's all I need for the moment. And I'll use a rigger for later on for tidying these up. A few rocks on the top, some rocks here, which are slightly different colours to that. And then we've got the castle itself. I'm just checking the level. The top of the castle is about here. Something like that. So I'm just getting these in place so I can work from that and make some corrections as needed. And we've got a chimney stack directly below the castle, which goes to about here and through like that. Something like that. So we've had to stop filming for a minute because the camera overheated. It's that hot today. It's, what is it, 12th of July? 12th of July, so 11th of July. Yeah, 27 degrees, so it's quite hot. Saturday, we've got a nice breeze up here though, we're quite lucky. And I'm just messing about here, trying to fill in some of this, where there's a farm over there, some barns. And then I've got these yellowish fields up here. So I want that sort of to be there, and that starts again there. So the paints are drying out so fast, it's really not ideal. So where oil paints have the advantage here, they don't dry out like this. These are water based, so they're drying out really fast in this heat. So we've got a few different coloured rocks. I'm just going to put something in like that. Castle is actually quite dark up there. Just going to darken that a little bit on this side here. You can hear them pods cracking. This is the rigger. I'm using the rigger brush here now. Get a few darks in at the top. And we're carrying on regardless, but this might have to abandon this one because I'm getting a bit hot. So I'm just going to. It's quite a tricky one actually. There's lots of greens which are similar tones in amongst all this bush over here. So we're just hinting at bits of it, and we're going to see if we've got anything at the end of it which looks half decent. And you can just see the cows going into the barn through that field. I'm not going to put the cows in, but I'm going to try and get the barn in a little bit better, which is over there. Just hint at it. Probably going in for milking, aren't they, I would think, maybe. Yeah, maybe. There's not much grass in that field they're in, is there? Yeah, paint's dried out quite a lot. I've made quite a few mistakes in this, but I'm not too bothered. It's just too hot, I think. Put a few details in. Also, it's really hard to work out what's going on in some places. We need to get some different types of greens in this foreground. You can see where the paint's really dried up now. I've job actually getting some of it out, because in this here we've got this sort of palish silvery green in there. The side of the chimney stack goes through where the yellow bush is in front of the chimney, the stack, and then you've got this sort of silvery green. Try and put some of that in here with this green I've made out of the Naples yellow and some white added to it. I brush that across like a dry brush technique here, which will help it look a bit more like the bracken and stuff and gorse. Just add a bit of red into that if I can pick any up, so dry. Probably call it a day now, because I've just got a bit of, let's just put a couple of those clouds in, because I've still got some of that white that's usable. Up in the sky, sort of, that's not the colour I want. And just brush that into the sky a little bit to indicate that a few clouds going past. And I'll just get the pencil out a minute, out of my box. Right, just going to, with this graphite stick, what is it, 3B graphite stick, I'm going to just put a few marks in here and there. And then we're going to call it a day, because it's just too hot. Indicate a few branches and things in the foreground. There's a few telegraph sort of posts up here on Carn Brea itself. There's one over there, I'll put that one in. This is the track. Just a little bit darker there. If I can find something that's paint that's usable. Just going to put a different colour in there a minute. Don't know what's going on there, but there's like so there's a wire runs across here onto this post. Right, I can just see one thing to do, that's it then. Last thing is just a few highlights on top of those bags. sort of silage bags there. I think that'll do. Should we say it was the 10th, did we, or 11th?
11.
So 11th of July. Carn Brea from Wheal Uny, and it's really hot, like 28 degrees. Right, so that's as far as we got. We decided to abandon ship now because just too darn hot. And yeah, it's too hot. The camera keeps stopping because it's overheating. Casein paint on my palette, which I've just cleaned out, is drying off too fast to use. So basically, that's as good as it got. So we decided to go home and get a drink. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Madeline for helping do a bit of videoing and learning how to use this new camera. And thanks for your support for those of you who've gave me some donations towards Buy Me a Coffee. You've helped pay for this new camera, which means we can go forward and make some great videos in the future. So thanks very much for your support. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. Usual blurb, everybody seems to do it on YouTube. And that's it. Thanks very much. See you next time. Bye from Wheal Uny. So you can take a couple of shots of the sea in that if you want. Yeah, just dry this off before I put it away. It's all been cleaned off with water, and dry that off. Slide that back in. Thank you, palette, and good night. That's it. We can pack up. I can put that camera case in there.
Yeah, when I go back to you and the paint some more tiles and then you can have some.